Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'll be doing a review for Season 2, Episode 4 of The Walking Dead, Cherokee Rose. As review goes, I'll be doing a quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then I'll rate it. For those who haven't watched this episode yet, for whatever reason, I recommend you stop, watch it somewhere, like on Netflix or get it on DVD or something like that, then come back here and watch this review, because I'm pretty sure you'd enjoy it. So basically, this in this episode, basically, for a huge portion of it revolves around Daryl trying to find Sophia. He eventually ends up in this small, like, a farmhouse nearby, and finds this Cherokee Rose, which is an actual rose. It's white. It's basically a white. It looks like a white sunflower, and he basically brings it to Carol and says that there's still hope that she may be alive. On the side, like as a subplot, um, as a subplot, yeah, you basically have um Glenn and Maggie basically showing each other affection, and that's basically it for the synopsis. Actually, it's a really really, this episode was one of the maybe the worst episodes for Walking Dead. Surely worst episode of season 2, maybe the worst episode of the series overall. I mean, it was lack-lustering. It was bored. The whole episode seemed like filler. There's like no action. Even the worst episodes in this Walking Dead, even the bad episodes of Walking Dead have to have a little bit of action. This episode has like no action. Um, it was just overall bad. Overall bad. I mean, I don't even know where to start. I mean, the writing was all over the place. Um, yeah, the writing was all over the place. Like it didn't know where it wanted to go. The direction was just horrible. The actors didn't seem into it. It was just horrible, and it was just unbearable, unwatchable. There is a few upsides. I mean, you do see the starting of Glenn and Maggie's relationship, having sex in a pharmacy. I mean, that's a new one. I mean, how many people say they've actually had sex in pharmacy? Not many. Um, Also, I think the only other good part of this episode is like I said, this episode has maybe the least action scenes of any episode. Really, the only part that seems to be actiony really shouldn't be considered that much of an action scene. It's really them just basically sacrificing Glenn, going down a well to take out a walker just so they could get clean water. And really, that scene was all over the place. It was good, but just shaky. It was, I mean, and I really didn't like the camera, especially in that scene. The camera angles seemed awkward and weird, and it didn't look good. That scene, it was one of two best scenes in this whole episode, and that one was kind of iffy. I mean, the only other good scene would be like the whole pharmacy scene with Glenn and Maggie. I mean, we do have a few good lines every here and there that actually seem thought out or natural, but this whole episode seems contemporary. Like way too played out. Overacted. It just didn't look right. I mean, it was just awkward, weird, all over the place. I mean, it's it's almost unbearable to watch. It's just embarrassing. It's just all over the damn place. And yeah. So yeah. It was the contemporary. I mean, it just didn't look good. It didn't look right. Really, I just wanted this episode to be over like within the first 5 minutes. The only reason I watched this because it had to do with Walking Dead. I mean, I honestly had some hopes for this episode, but because I think, and plus, this is maybe these also the slowest episode of the whole series. I mean, the first half of season 2 was pretty slow. Season 2 and overall was slow, but the first part of season 2 was very slow. But this episode was maybe the slowest episode. And you really only get one walker. When you only get one walker, it's bad. I don't even think we've had an episode with like 0 walkers. So I mean, once we get, I think the only thing that would be worse than this is if we get an episode with 0 walkers. Walkers. I mean, this episode just didn't know what I wanted it to be, and it was just bored overall. It was some of the parts seemed over dramatic. You do have some good character development, relationship wise, with Maggie and Glenn. You do have that one sort of good yet awkward scene with the one walker in the well, but besides that, this whole thing was all over the place. It just looked bad and whatever. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd have to put this at a 3. It was just oh goddamn horrible. The worst episode of The Walking Dead thus far, I think. It was just unbearable to watch, and yeah. So 3 out of 10 would be what I would rate it for Cherokee Rose. So yeah, this is Daniel Mart, and yeah, subscribe if you're not already subscribed to me. I do have other Walking Dead videos, and I also review TV shows and whatever and whatnot, comic books and movies, and also do a little bit of action figure reviews that I started, and also review stuff that has happened in the media recently, media wise, media news, and just news overall. If it's interesting, I'd probably review it. So yeah, comment below on your thoughts on this episode. Did you really like it, or do you think I scored it correctly, or do you think it should have received a worse score? Honestly, I think 3 is the best score I could get. No more than 3. And yeah.
Imagine beautifully decorated walls like this without a single nail hole. It's easy.
Sorry about that. Some stupid ad. Whatever. Where was I? And yeah, this is Daniel Mart. Comment below on your thoughts on this episode and this video. Share on Instagram, Vine, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, or Vine, or whatever you guys prefer. And the New Year's is almost to come. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, this is Daniel Mart signing off.